Alright, if I understood that transmission correctly, there should be a rescue saucer arriving in about 14 minutes. The drop location isn't too far from here. At long last, I can finally go home. I can't believe my escape pod flew so far off course. The last thing I expected was to find a whole new intelligent society. I'm very lucky I've been able to stay hidden for so long. Almighty One only knows what they would have done to me had I been spotted. Now, if I understood this settlement correctly, it has little activity at this time compared to when the sun is out. As long as I lay low, I should get to the other side no problem. Let's do this. Oh, yeah, what was that? Oh my god, stupid skull, stop glowing, it's gonna see me. But still, maybe it won't attack me if it can't see me. Oh, thank goodness. I've come too far to be done in now. That did not sound like any of the lesser creatures I've come across. It sounded bigger. Like, much bigger. It didn't leave me. Wait, that's not an animal. It's one of those fleshy things. Or it's younger, rather. What are one of those doing out at this time of night? Last I knew, they weren't nocturnal. Is this a noise of distress? I mean, it sounds... No, it couldn't possibly be, could it? I suppose a small peek won't hurt. After all, I'm sure I'll be interviewed about the society I discovered once I get back home. Even if it was by complete accident. But where are its caretakers? I've never seen one out on its own like this. Oh no, is it all alone? I can't just leave it here. No, interacting with an unknown species young is a one-way ticket to getting myself killed. I have to keep going. Stupid parental instincts. Hey, little thing. Shh. It's okay. Nothing's the matter. You don't need to scream. Hello? Do you even know I'm here? Maybe if I just touch it and get its attention? Oh my goodness. You're cold. Oh, here, I have a blanket from my escape pod survival kit. There you go, little creature. Oh, the crying, it stopped. Ah, good. Now I can go to the... what is it with you? I gave you a blanket. It stopped again. Well, good luck to you, fleshy thing. I need to... You creatures are impossible to figure out. Do you know that? Wait, do you want me? No, I can't take you with me. I mean, interspecies adoption isn't exactly uncommon, but it's never happened with an uncontacted species before. Who knows what kind of ramifications this could have? Drooling like you're about to eat me alive doesn't inspire much confidence, you know. Fine, I can stay with you for a little while longer, but then I have to go. Got it? I'll take you chewing on your fingers as a yes. I mean, if you eat your hand, at least you won't eat me. You know, now that I've got a closer look at you, your species isn't the ugliest thing out here. Dare I say, you're kinda cute. I mean, you're just so small, so helpless. Can I ask what you're doing out here all by yourself? I mean, you little things usually sleep inside, right? Not in front of buildings. And what's this note for? Did you write this? Huh. You're not very talkative, are you? But I'd at least expect you to try using your own language? Or some form of hand signal? or make any noise other than that screaming from before. Alright, let me try to figure this out. You things usually sleep inside, but you are outside. You're in a box with a note, and there are no adults of your species to be seen. Maybe this building will help me understand? Are there any clues inside? No, don't worry. I'm not going anywhere. I just need to look through this window. Oh, wow, there are a lot of your kind inside. Most of them are small, too, but well, that doesn't make any sense. Why would they be inside but you're outside? Oh, no. Little one, were you abandoned? I can't believe this species is so cruel. Abandoning your own young is considered a criminal offense where I'm from, and yet here you are, left right outside your own home. You know, I thought I was abandoned for a while. It's not easy. I pity you. No, I really shouldn't tell that story. I need to get going anyway. If you insist. I was going on this trip. It was a cruise through the stars on a massive space station. No special reason, really. It was recreational. But there was an emergency, so everyone had to evacuate. My escape pod must have gotten caught in a stray gravity field or something, because I was flung away from all the others, and, well, that's how I ended up here. I had to hide that I was focused on survival, you know. I didn't want anything on this planet to hurt me. I kept a communications device on me at all times. Even though my escape pod crashed, the tracker was still intact, so I knew they could find me. Although, rescue crews were dispatched as soon as the evacuation order was given, so I know that they knew we were in trouble. They just never sent a message. After a while, I started to think they didn't want to rescue me. Anyways, I've been on this planet for a few months. In universal time, that is. I don't know how that translates to your time system. Most of my emergency rations ran out early, so I had to try random stuff I found and hope it didn't kill me. Got pretty lucky on that front, I suppose. My mother always said I was a sturdy one. It wasn't until yesterday that I finally got my first transmission. Which is ridiculous, by the way. The evacuation plan briefing said that rescue crews send out transmissions every 30 minutes during an emergency. So, why did mine take 9 months? But, yeah, I wasn't abandoned. I guess I was just flung further off course, and I thought, you're probably feeling like I did, huh? Worried and alone, not sure where to go. Poor thing. What's that you're doing? Why are you holding your arms out? Do you want me to come closer? Okay. Wait, why are you poking my face? Stop it. God, you're kind of zero manners. You know, it's rude to grab someone's lips. What am I going to do with you? I'm not letting you poke me again. Nuh-uh. You had your chance. Is there something else you want from me? Oh, do you want me to hold you? I really shouldn't. I mean, what if they have some sort of disease? You're lucky you're cute. Oh, whoa, you are heavier than you look, aren't you? What was that noise? Oh, did you like the lights on my head? I think you did. These lights on my head are bioluminescent spots. They hide just under a layer of skin, and they glow for communication. My kind's ancestors used them to speak long before we developed vocal speaking patterns. They light up when I'm happy, scared, angry, or feeling any other strong emotion. Different intensities and patterns signify different emotions. You know what? That's all probably too complicated for you. You see this one? This means I'm really happy. That's all you need to know. Wait, that's my rescue. I'm sorry, but I can't leave you behind, can I? Not when you have nowhere to go. Come on, let's go home. I'm your parent now, and I will never abandon you. Not like these things did, I promise. Mm-hmm. You are my butt ugly, but still kind of cute, fleshy little baby, and nothing will ever change that. You know what this means? You'll be the first of your kind to explore the stars. Isn't that amazing? I still don't know what you're saying, but those are cute words, though. You'll have to teach me what they mean. Before I get your food, I want to try this again. Listen closely, alright? Good. My name is Kyle. Do you have a name? I said my name is Kyle. What's your name? One of these days I'll get an answer. One day. Alright, little thing. It's time for dinner. Are you ready? I understand that this isn't your favorite, but you need your nutrients. Just hold still for me, okay? Whoa, I almost forgot how warm you are. I mean, with how cold you were when I found you, I could have mistaken you for a reptile. I suppose that goes to show how lucky it was I got there when I did. Parenting you would be so much easier if I knew exactly what you were. We had those medical tests done, what, 3 weeks ago? And they still aren't back yet. Tell me about it. I know it takes a while to fully understand the biology of a new species, but you'd think they'd put a high priority on this case. I mean, you're an intelligent species. I need to know as much as possible in order to raise you right. I know, little one. I know you hate this, but until I figure out what food I can give you, this is the safest option. Dripping nutrients into your bloodstream is not fun, but I'd rather do that than accidentally poison you. Don't give me that look. It always makes me feel awful about doing this. You're doing that on purpose, aren't you? You won't give me an answer. That seems like something only a guilty party would do. Thanks for that. You're a real rascal, you know that? No matter what I'm doing, you always manage to make things about yourself, don't you? Anyway, whether you like it or not, it's time to... I am so sick of these reporters. I know discovering an intelligent civilization is a big deal, but I have a child to take care of. The interviews can wait. It's impossible to stay mad when you're around, you know that? I'm gonna set you down for a moment so I can see who messaged me. I will be right back. Don't worry, I won't be gone for long. Give these reporters a piece of my mind. Wait, this is from the doctor's office. Yes. And guess what? We don't have to use the nutrition machine anymore. Isn't that great? You took the words right out of my mouth. Now, let's see here. What does it say about food? Ah! This creature is at a very young age, likely between 3 and 5 months old. Wow. You are a lot younger than I thought you were. Were you ever going to tell me? Right, your planet uses a different unit of time. For all I know, you would have shown me 7 fingers and I'd be completely thrown off. As it is a mammal, I really wish they didn't call you an it. You're not some animal. You're a person, just like me. We believe it drinks breast milk as its main form of nutrition. As such, we recommend that you only give your baby milk. But I don't have access to that. I don't even know any mammals nearby. This could be bad. We have synthesized a digestible and nutritious milk-like formula. using the ingredients supplied to your Universal Nutrition Delivery Unit. Thank Almighty One. I was worried we'd have to keep you on that machine for the foreseeable future. I don't think I could stand injecting your arm anymore. You're very talented at making me feel bad about it. I knew you were doing it on purpose. We recommend you continue feeding it 3 times a day, as you have been. Send these instructions to your UNDU to synthesize a formula. Great. Did you hear that, fleshy one? You get to drink milk again. Isn't that exciting? Okay, well, while that's processing, what'd you say we keep reading, I hope that was a yes, because there's a lot in here to look over. Now, hold still. Let me just... There we go. And perfect. Now you're all cuddled up. No. Don't touch my communicator. That is not a toy. Stop it. I'm trying to read. There. Now I can read without you getting slobbery little fingers all over my only communicator. Can't grab that, fleshy one. I'm sorry. It's a hologram, not something tangible. I suppose you really do enjoy lights, don't you? I should take you to the big city sometime. You'd love the view at night. Anyway, let's keep reading. We recommend feeding your baby this formula through a bottle with an elastic teat to prevent choking. Really? I don't have one of those. Alright, well, let's get moving again. I don't think you've seen me use this before, have you? This is a Household Basics 3D printer, sort of like the nutrition machine. I can enter different ingredients through the top and choose to make whatever I want with it. Only instead of basic meal items and nutrients, this can make basic utensils and household supplies. Now, watch this. And there. Now, it'll make a bottle for you. I wonder, did you have anything like this back on your planet? Was that a yes or a no? I really need to enroll in some language classes with you. That way we can finally communicate. And since we have some time, let's try this again. My name is Kyle. What's your name? Any minute now. But you can do it. Little one, I know that what you went through on your native planet was the opposite of pleasant, but I still want you to have some connections to your home culture, and that includes the name you used. The last thing I want to do is completely separate you from your heritage. My friend had that done to them when they were little, and the identity crisis they faced in their teen years was very difficult to handle. So, I'm gonna make sure something like that doesn't happen to you. Now, as I said, what's your name? Why is it so hard? It's impossible to stay mad at you, though. You know that? You and your little giggles are like an antidepressant. Oh, and it sounds like your bottle is ready. There it is. What do you think? Is this close enough to what you had at home? Oh, you're trying to use it already. Sorry, little thing. It doesn't have any milk in it. You're not gonna get... Oh, okay, I'm sorry. You really like that thing, don't you? Maybe I can make a model for something like that teat, but smaller. You seem to really like it. Besides, I'd assume you'd try eating your hand less if you had something else to keep your mouth occupied. Why don't we go back and finish the doctor's report? Oh, and it looks like the milk is ready. Can I grab your bottle for a second? Please? Just hand it to me really quick. I promise I'll give it right back. Oh, please don't make me do this. 3, 2, 1... I know, I'm sorry, but I asked nicely. You should listen to your parent. And there you go. Now you can have a full belly. I bet that feels much better than your injections, doesn't it? You're really hungry, aren't you? So hungry you don't even have time to answer. That's understandable, though. You deserve to indulge a little bit. Anything for my baby. While you're enjoying that, I'll see what this report says. There's enough in here to keep me reading for hours, I'm sure. From studying it, their brain activity, they also seem to be less intelligent than the newborns of most intergalactic sapiens. You know what? Let's just skip that section. Those doctors don't know what they're talking about. You're smart. You just can't speak our language yet. And that doesn't make you any less intelligent than anyone else's kid, I promise. We can see the beginning of hair follicles in their scalp, so we believe they will begin growing hair on top of their head within the next few months. Why can't they stop calling you it? That's so rude and unprofessional at that. This is very unusual, as most species with hair are born with it. We're unsure how this hair will develop in the future. I don't like how they worded that. You're not unusual, you're just different, and that's okay. This species is rather peculiar. There it is again. What is it with them and calling you weird every chance they get? They have a very large head, but not the physical strength to lift it on their own. They also don't appear to be strong enough to walk or even crawl on their own. This is such a strange aspect for a species to have. It's almost a defective. I am not reading another word of this rubbish. Baby, I know this report keeps going on about how strange and unusual you are, and to be honest, I thought that too when I first crashed on your planet. But I promise, no matter how weird you are, I will always love you. You're my baby now, and that's all that matters. I will love you to the ends of the universe. Whoa, that's a big noise. Now that you're all nice and fed, why don't we try this one more time? My name is Kyle. And what's your name? Baba? Is that your name? Baba? Yeah? I knew you could do it. I'm so proud of you, Baba. Come here. I am going to take such good care of you, Baba. I will be the best parent you could ever ask for. I promise. Now, what'd you say we forget about this report and go play a little, I could even print you some new toys if you want. Yeah, I like the way you think. Who's my little flesh monster? I said, who's my little flesh monster? You are, that's right. You are Baba. Today was quite fun, wouldn't you agree? I'm glad. But now it's time to put you to bed. Don't look at me like that. I know you're still not used to the earlier bedtime, but according to that awful report, you need about 10 hours of sleep every night. And I'm going to make sure you reach that, even if it means that I have to cut our playtime short. Being cute won't save you from this, I'm afraid, regardless of how hard you try. No matter how much I want to keep playing with you, you need sleep, and lots of it. I won't let you sway me on this. Nope, I apologize, but this is my final decision. Alright then, up you go. Oh, you're starting to gain weight, that's good. Well, not that this makes you any easier to carry, but you need nutrition. And I'm glad you're eating what you're supposed to. Plus a little extra, courtesy of your parent. I'd rather have you a bit overweight than starving, after all. Here's your bed. I just had it sanitized, so it should be perfectly clean for you. Is it comfortable enough? Don't worry, I made sure to turn down the heater so it won't be too hot. If it becomes too cold, you know how to get my attention. I believe all is taken care of then. Good night, Baba. I'll see you in the morning. What is it, Baba? What do you need? It's alright, calm down. Calm down, I'm right here. I can fix whatever's wrong, I promise. You just want me to stay next to you, don't you? Baba, we go through this every night. I'll only be in the other room. I'm not going anywhere. I suppose after what happened to you on your home planet, you would have some lingering trauma after being alone. Can't believe the cruelty of those savages. Fine. I'll make it a new part of our nightly routine to sit next to you until you fall asleep. How does that sound? Excellent. What are you doing with your hands? I'm not letting you poke my face again. Yeah, you do this every time I get near you, I swear. How about we compromise? You can take my hand and mess around all you want with it, but no more squeezing my face. Understood? I hope that means yes. God, you really shouldn't drool on my hand. It's just as rude as poking someone in the face. I need to teach you some manners one of these days. What are you doing to me, Baba? Before I went on that cruise, I wouldn't even let my closest friends touch me, and here you are slobbering all over my hand. Does your species have any mind control capabilities? I'm only teasing. Mostly. It's possible our kind releases a type of pheromone that makes other creatures drop their guard. I would get that tested, but I'll need to find another medical facility first. One that doesn't treat their patients like animals. You don't look tired in the slightest. What will it take, hmm? What do you need in order to sleep? Oh, how about this? Do you like that? All the little lights I'm able to shine in the dark? That's wonderful to hear. They look like little stars, don't they? Just like the stars you saw outside the window when we first flew here. It was only a few months ago, but I already feel like you've been with me forever. Say, why don't I tell you a bedtime story? Would you like that? I'll take that as a yes. This is a story my father told me when I was only a little kid. I was younger than you, but it still crosses my mind from time to time. It's titled Halashi and the Almighty Tree. Long, long ago, back when there was only one planet, there lived a being named Halashi. Nobody knows what she looked like. All we know was that she was the first ever living being. The universe consisted of her and Almighty One alone. And Halashi was happy on this planet. She loved exploring the area, skipping rocks across the river, climbing mountains, swinging through trees, and digging in the sand. But Halashi soon ran out of new places to explore, so she climbed to the top of the tallest mountain and began to pray. Almighty One, she asked, can you... I suppose you don't know who Almighty One is, would you? At least where I come from, Almighty One is believed to be the creator of the universe. Don't worry though, I understand that you most likely have your own religious beliefs and practices from your home world. I wouldn't ever try to take that away from you, Baba. If you want, you can even think of this as a fictional tale. As long as you're safe, I don't mind what you believe. Now, where was I? Almighty One, she asked, can you... Shh, it's time to go sleep, squishy one. We can discuss whatever's on your mind in the morning. Good job, there we go. Make yourself cozy. Allow your mind to drift off. Right. Almighty One, she asked, can you please give me something to connect with? I'm growing lonely, searching the empty landscape for so long. The Almighty One replied, go to the grove, in the center of the world, and there you shall find a special tree. Nurture it, wait for the fruit to grow, and you will receive what you have asked. Halashi ended her prayer and rushed to the grove, a place she had been many times. When she arrived, there was a brand new sapling she had never seen before. And just as Almighty One said, she nurtured it. She watered it daily, placed fresh fertilizer around its roots, and watched it grow taller. Eventually, this tree sprouted many fruits. The fruits kept growing and growing and growing until one day they popped, and out from those fruits dropped all sorts of animals. Zulu, Kinacha, Waki. Now that I think about it, you have no idea what these animals are, do you? I'll modify this story for you. Sometime in the future, I'll take you to see those species up close. I wonder, do you have places like that on your home planet? Places where you can view animals in various enclosures? I assume you don't then. Not to worry. That only means I get to take you on a brand new journey. I'll be looking forward to it. And out from the fruit dropped all sorts of animals. Fluffy ones, scaly ones, swimming ones, feathered ones, and everything in between. Now she jumped for joy as she finally had new beings to connect with. And as she was once again happy on this planet, she walked through the forest with the furry animals, swam in the ocean with the aquatic animals, searched the caves with the digging animals, and soared through the sky with the flying animals. But Hanashi soon ran out of new animals to play with. So she climbed to the top of the tallest mountain and began to pray. "Almighty One," she asked, "can you please give me someone to connect with? I've grown lonely studying these wild animals for so long." The Almighty One replied, "Go back to the tree in the center of the world. Nurture it, wait for the fruit to grow, and you will receive what you have asked." Anashi ended her prayer and rushed to the grove, a place she had been many times. When she arrived, the tree was still there, standing even taller than before, and, just as the Almighty One said, she nurtured it. She watered it daily, placed fresh fertilizer around its roots, and watched it grow taller. This tree eventually sprouted a single fruit. That fruit kept growing and growing and growing, until one day it popped, and out from the fruit dropped another intelligent being, just like Hanashi. An intelligent being is someone like you or me, someone smart enough to understand the rules, emphasize and coexist in society. Hanashi jumped for joy as she had a new being to connect with. This being introduced himself as Patwi. Hanashi was once again happy on this planet. She showed Patwi around all the locations she had explored and introduced him to all the animals she studied for so long. And through these experiences, the two beings fell deeply in love. But Hanashi and Patwi soon ran out of new things to do with each other. So they climbed to the top of the tallest mountain and began to pray. "Almighty One," they asked, "can you please give us a new journey to go on together? We've grown restless searching this empty landscape and studying these wild animals for so long." The Almighty One replied, "Go back to the tree in the center of the world. Nurture it, wait for the fruit to grow, and you will receive what you have asked. This is the last time you will need to pray for assistance. Everything else is in your hands. Shh, shh, shh. You need to sleep, Papa. This story is almost finished, and I don't think I'm creative enough to make one up. I'm not the best artist, unfortunately. Numbers are more of my forte. Now rest, little creature. It's okay, you're safe with me." Hanashi and Patwi ended their prayer and rushed to the grove, a place they had been many times. When they arrived, the tree was still there, standing even taller than before. And just as Almighty One said, they nurtured it. They watered it daily, placed fresh fertilizer around its roots, and watched it grow taller. This tree eventually sprouted a single fruit. A fruit kept growing and growing and growing, until one day it popped, and out from the fruit dropped another intelligent being, just like Hanashi and Patui. Only this being was smaller, and they had no name. This being was the world's first baby. Exactly just like you, little thing. Hanashi and Patui named this baby Mightier, after the world they had come to know so well. They spent many years raising the child. They taught Mightier everything they know about the landscape, the animals, and each other. And when the time came, Mightier nurtured the tree on their own. They too found exactly what they were looking for. So did their child. And his child after that, and her child after that. Eventually, there were so many beings that the planet could no longer hold them all. So Almighty One created an entire solar system for these beings to explore, study, and live in. That solar system became a galaxy, and that galaxy became a universe. And some say to this day, if you search far enough in the cosmos, you can still find the first ever planet and the almighty tree of blessings. The end. Oh, look at you. You look absolutely adorable when you sleep. Can I take my hand back now? Shh, slowly, don't wake up. Thank goodness. I was worried you'd start bawling again. You know, whether you believe the story or not, I still consider you a blessing. You may be a different looking family from the one Hanashi had, but we are still a family, and I truly believe that the Almighty One has blessed me with your very existence. I will do everything possible to cherish it. I love you, Baba. Please, have pleasant dreams for me. Well, Baba, you're about to go on your first play date. How are you feeling? Now that's great. I thought it would be best to introduce you to other children your age. Social interaction is an important skill, after all. Even though I'm worried, you'll have a great time. I'll make sure of it. The park's only a few steps away. That's where we're supposed to meet my friend and their baby. You do remember me talking about them, right? Baba? In any case, I'm excited for you all to finally get acquainted. This meeting is long overdue. Look, Baba, it's the park. Are you excited? Wonderful. Just keep your eyes out for... Kyle! Hi. Oh my goodness, Bonin, you scared me. Sorry, I'm just excited to see you. We haven't met in person for, what, over a year now? Has it really been that long? Yeah. Granted, you were lost in space for quite a bit of that time, but still. Nothing but phone calls for that long made you feel like a robot voice more than a person. I sincerely apologize for my absence. I was... I get it, don't worry. Having a baby takes up all your free time. Never said it was a bad thing, really, yo. You know your papa loves you more than anything. I'll happily give up all my free time to take care of you. God, goodness, I didn't even see you there. How are you doing, Raelio? Come on now. Come on now. You can use your big boy words and say hi to Dada's friend. He can talk? He can, but he doesn't like to. But we're working on that. Aren't we, Raelio? Oh, speaking of my child, are you going to introduce me to yours? Right, my apologies again. This is Baba. Oh, my goodness, they are so cute. Can you say hello to Baba, Raelio? I meant with your big boy words. please? For me? I'm so sorry. No, there isn't an issue. Baba wouldn't be able to understand it anyways. I'm still trying to teach them words outside of their home language. Oh, fun. And how's that going? It's fine. All is progressing smoothly. I'm really happy to hear that. Really, are you ready to play with Baba? That's great. Be sure to play nice, got it? Thank you. Now, you two go have fun. Aren't you gonna let Baba join in, Kyle? Oh, Baba is shy, so I promised to walk them around the playground. Oh, that's not a problem. I'll walk with you. Look, Baba, there's Raylio. He's waiting for you. I'll just sit you down. We'll be on the bench over here if you need something, kids. Right. I'll just be over here. I won't be too far. Alright, Baba? Okay. Raylio has some really big claws. Ugh, I know, right? I gave him tons of scratching toys and told him that if he doesn't follow them down, they'll start to curve back at him, but he just doesn't listen. Out of curiosity, has he ever scratched anyone? Not to be rude or anything, Baba has such sensitive skin, and don't worry, he may act tough, but he's a real sweetie. Wouldn't hurt a bug. I assumed as much. I'm just anxious, I suppose. I'll say, you've never sounded this out of sorts before. Not even when you got back from the new planet. I'm not trying to be, Relax. I felt the same way when I first sent Rolio on a playdate. One of the kids he was meeting that could spit acid, and let me tell you, I was a mess that day. Oh, I remember. You called me right in the middle of an important business meeting. Just keep in mind that we can see them both from here, and if anything starts to go wrong, we're only a few steps away. That's true. I really shouldn't be indulging my worries so much. Exactly. This is our time for a little break. Enjoy it. You wouldn't mind if I asked a few questions, would you? About what? About Baba, of course. They and the planet you discovered have been the talk of the solar system ever since you got back home. I'm well aware. The reporters still won't give me a break. Don't waste any brain power on them. You'll stress yourself out. My only questions were about Baba themselves. By all means, ask them. Where did that name come from, anyways? And it was their name on the home planet, at least from what I could gather. I figured it would be best to keep at least some ties to their home culture. I didn't want them to feel alienated from it. Good thinking. If my parents did that, I would have had a much easier time in my teen years. That was my thought process as well. How old are they exactly? I don't know for certain. According to the doctor's estimates, they're between 8 and 10 months old now. Wow. Last time we called, you said it was 5 to 7. I've just been as surprised as you are. It feels like time passed me by. It almost makes me worried. It's as if, before I know it, I'll be a full-fledged adolescent, maybe even adult. You've really changed, you know that? Past you never would have stopped to be all sentimental like this. I've noticed that too. It's as if finding them turned me into an entirely different person. Whatever changes have you been hiding from me? I never wanted to deceive you. I suppose I just never felt the need to mention them. It's as if I've been this way forever. Almost like my life didn't truly begin until now. I really don't want to interrupt your staring off into spaceness, but that didn't answer my question. We're in a park, not your subconscious. You're right. My apologies. I've been wrapped up in my head so much recently that I forgot what it's like to talk to others. Don't worry about it. Now, spill the details. What has Baba done to you? Oh, everything. For example, I've been hugging them practically non-stop. Wait, hugging? As in physical contact? That is the definition of hugging, yeah. Wow, you really know how to make a friend jealous. I apologize, Fawnin. I didn't realize. I was being sarcastic. At least we know your lack of humor hasn't changed. Fawnin? Yeah, while we're on the topic of change, there's something I've been meaning to tell you. About my cruise, I mean. Really? What is it? I told you that I simply wanted some recreational time, but that was a lie. I apologize. Why would you lie about that? Because I wanted to get away from everything. Work, relationships, all of that. I needed to do some soul searching. Alone. You could have told me that. But you had so much work ahead of you from having a kid that I didn't want to make you feel like a burden. I didn't want you to worry that you were the reason I was leaving. Please, I know you wouldn't do that to me. You were worried about nothing. Even so, the last thing I wanted was to hurt you. Oh, thank you. You're really nice when you want to be, Kyle. I elect to ignore the second half of that statement. Thank you. Anyways, before that cruise, every waking moment was dedicated to my job. I wanted to nurture my career so it would grow into a passion, but no matter how much effort I poured into it, it felt like I wasn't advancing at all. I was worried that I wasn't doing what I was supposed to, that I lacked purpose, and that's why I left. I needed to find what my purpose was. Did you find it? Yeah. Baba has been nothing short of a blessing to me. I love them with every fiber of my being, and I'd do anything to ensure their happiness. There you are again, being all sentimental. They really have changed me, that's for certain. I'll be honest, I used to be jealous of you. Really? Indeed. Seeing you start a family, raise a little one on your own, teach him how to live and love, that made me jealous. So tough, old no-nonsense me didn't want to admit it, but now I can say with full confidence that having a little goofball to take care of makes life more fun, even if it is messy or exhausting sometimes. Wow, you really are full of surprises. I suppose I am. I even surprised myself with that revelation. I'm just happy that you're happy, Kyle. You deserve a good life. Thank you. I wish the same for you, Vaughnin. And for Aurelio too, of course. Oh, thanks. I'd say the same, but I don't even need to wish that for Baba, because I already know that they have a great parent. Do you really think so? I know they do. Just seeing how they look at you, I know you're their world. Is something wrong? No, I'm simply wondering. How long did it take Aurelio to start talking? I think 3 months. It was about as long as it takes for most species anyways. What about walking? A few minutes? Right, I knew that. What's going on, Kyle? Please, ignore me. I don't want to burden you. You'll never be a burden to me, you know that, don't you? I do. I suppose I'm just feeling insecure. But why? Do you remember when I told you that I was teaching Baba how to communicate in our language? Yeah, I remember 5 minutes ago. That was another lie. My apologies. I did try to enroll them in a language class at one point, but it never went anywhere. They couldn't make any of the proper sounds or write any letters. They just kept scribbling. Well, everybody learns at different rates. Just keep putting in that effort and I know they'll learn one day. But they speak their home language, so I know they can talk, but for some reason, they aren't learning anything. Hey, every parent worries about their kid. It's alright to feel stressed. Remember that they still have plenty of time to learn. But that's not even the only thing I'm panicking about. They can't move on their own. Really? Not at all? They couldn't even sit up on their own until last month. I dread to think how long it will take for them to start walking. If they ever start walking. So that's why they've been sitting still this whole time. I was worried Aurelio wasn't letting them play. You're right about that being unusual, but don't beat yourself up over it. It might just be a thing for their species, who knows? Perhaps. Oh, maybe I'm just a bad parent. Why would you ever say that? Look at us. They can't walk, talk, or write at all. I'm sure if they were with their own species, they'd be a genius by now. Don't say that, Kyle. You're gonna get lost in your own head again. Breathe. That's it. Now, remember what you told me about the day you two met? You said that their own species left them outside to freeze. If it wasn't for you, Baba wouldn't be here today, so don't badmouth yourself like that. Born-in. What? Did I say something wrong? No, on the contrary, I've never seen you get so agitated before. Well, I felt insecure before too, about my parenting skills, but you're a wonderful parent. Exactly. We all get insecure from time to time. Every parent worries about not being good enough, and I can only imagine that insecurity doubles when you're parenting someone of a different species. But I promise, Baba adores you more than anything else. Do you really think so? Of course, you're that kid's entire world. I know that when they're all grown up, they're gonna brag to all their friends that you are the reason they turned out so great. Wow, I really don't know what to say, Born-in. Thank you. You don't need to say anything. Just remember that you're doing the best you can. And that's all anyone can ask for. And I've seen how hard you work. When you put your best into something, you don't quit until it's perfect. I don't see anything different happening here. Thank you. Baba loves you more than you know, Kyle. And if they could talk, I know they'd be saying that for themselves. Thank you for this talk. I didn't realize how much pressure I've been putting myself under. Don't worry, Baba. I'm just... you're crawling, Baba. You're crawling. Come here. Oh my goodness, I am so proud of you. See? I told you they love you more than you know. Is that why you crawled over to me? Because you wanted to be with me? Oh, I love you too, Baba. Hi, Raylio. Did you see what Baba just did? If there's something you want, you need to use your words. Yeah, why don't you whisper to me? Would you be more comfortable with that? Raylio says he wants to play too. Oh, in that case, I suppose we're all going to be playing together. Yes, that means I'll play with you, Baba. I love you so much. I'm so proud of you. You're the best baby anyone could ever ask for. Baba. Baba. Come on, Baba. You need to wake up. It's almost time for your party. There's my squishy one. How did you sleep? I know, I'm sorry I had to end your nap prematurely. But if I didn't, you would have missed the celebrations. And I assume you would have hated that a lot more. Come on now, Baba, you need to wake up. Otherwise, all your daycare friends won't have anyone to play with. There you are. Now my little flesh baby is alert. Are you ready for the party? That's fantastic. Hold still for me, I need to pick you up. There. Let's take this conversation to the living area. Now, speaking of your daycare friends, I'm going to be completely honest, I still have concerns about leaving you at daycare sometimes. I know it's for the best, that you gain more social experience, and I know you've been having a lovely time, but I still worry about you. I suppose that's the job of a parent, though. What do you think? I tried my hardest to make this space look whimsical. I'm not the most creative person out there, so I apologize if it's not to your liking. Well, that's very reassuring, thank you. I've never hosted a party before, so I'm improvising most of this. I do hope you have a great time with what I have planned. Alright, I'll sit you down now. You do nothing but sit there and make me carry you around for 10 months, but the moment you learned how to crawl, you want nothing more than to race around everywhere. You really are a little rascal. There's no need to worry, I'm just poking some fun. You do what makes you happy. Now, am I truly prepared for an event like this? I should triple check just to be certain. Let me pull up my list. Okay, the decorations are all up, to the best of my abilities anyway. The dessert is in cold storage, Baba's gifts are on the table. Oh, I forgot to bring your toys out. We need plenty of entertainment for our younger guests. Baba, do you want to come with me? I suppose not. Okay, I'll be back in a moment. I just need to bring some toys to the party area. Oh my goodness. Since when did I purchase this many? I could have sworn they owned like half this much. Oh, hello, Baba. It seems you decided to follow me after all. Do you love me that much? Oh, I love you too, Baba. Here, I want your opinion. Which container should I bring out for the party? The red one, the blue one, or the yellow one? It's alright, Baba, you can speak. Red, blue, or yellow. Take as much time as you need. I know you can do this. Okay, that's not quite it, unfortunately, but I know you'll come to speak my language soon enough. After all, we have another year to attempt some proper schooling. I'll just take this one. Yeah, follow me, Baba. You move quite fast for someone so small. Have you been saving your energy all these months just to show me up? There you are. I hope this selection will suffice. That's great. You just play with whatever tickles your fancy, okay? Now, with that sorted, I believe everything is in order. Now all that's left to do is wait for our guest to arrive. I still have a hard time believing it's been a full year since I found you. Ever since then, I feel like every day's been a new adventure. One I'm always happy to travel with you. I'm glad you agree. It's difficult to imagine what I'd be doing now if I hadn't crossed your path. Most likely, I'd be slaving away in my cubicle for hours past closing time, in the vain hope that it would all work out. How naive I was. But enough about that. This is your special day. I know we aren't quite sure when your true birthday is, but as far as I'm concerned, this is as good of a day as any to celebrate. I love watching you play. No matter what you get your hands on, you always seem completely enamored. I wonder what your species traditionally does to celebrate one's birth. If they celebrate one's birth, that is. I know most cultures do, but that doesn't guarantee yours follows suit. I suppose you're right. There's no use thinking about it now. I'll save that question for when I can ask one myself. Whenever the government gets around to introducing our societies, that is. From what I learned in school, it's a massive undertaking both politically and diplomatically. I do not envy the person in charge of that operation. What? Since when could you growl that deeply? Wait, that's your stomach. I remember now. It's interesting how that seems to happen whenever you're hungry. I've only ever known a few individuals who possess that trait. You'll just have to wait a little bit longer, Baba. I can't serve your dessert until everyone arrives. No, I'm sorry, but you need to be patient. Fine, just one bite, no more. I swear, your cute face makes me fold in ways I've never done before. I see. So you're well aware of what you're doing, and you're using it against me. Are you sure you're not some sort of evil mastermind? And a silent treatment. I see. Very reassuring. Just one small scoop, okay? Open wide for me. Say, ah. Look at your little teeth. They're just so tiny. I wonder how many more will grow in. I apologize. Here's your food. The way you eat is just too precious. I thought bowl feeding you was fun, but the way your eyes light up after tasting something seems to make all my troubles melt. Although, it is quite messy. I need to educate you on proper dining etiquette before too long. No, Baba, I said only one bite. You can eat more after your friends arrive. Please, no more whining. You're about to have fun. I don't want a sour attitude to ruin your day. Now, there's no need to pout. I swear, you'll only have to wait for about 10 minutes at most. There, now you can continue with your game. You wasted no time at all, did you? At least you have your priorities straight. What's this? Oh, do you want me to play with you? Oh, very well. I'll join your little game. Anything for my Baba. If you would, please teach me the rules. Do so? Baba? It's Fortnite and Aurelio. We're here to wish you a happy birthday. Did you hear that? Our first guests have arrived. Come with me, let's greet them together. Oh, but before we do, happy birthday, Baba. I love you. More than you'll ever know. I hope you're aware of the lifetime of experiences just like this one on the horizon. And I'll be sure to enjoy every moment of them with you. Are you asleep in there? We bought presents. We'll be there momentarily. Come with me, Baba. Let's show them how our family has fun.